Continuing on Law Weekly today, lawyers share their opinions on the suggestion that the law mandating state governors to sign death warrants of condemned prisoners should be amended to reassign the responsibility to the Chief Justice of Nigeria. We also have a chat with legal practitioner and lecturer of law Wahab Shitu on the propriety of some bills being considered by the National Assembly, plus an update on the case against the judge of the Federal High Court, Justice Rita Ophelia Jubogobia, and Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Godwin Obla, as well as other top legal stories in the news. That's the lineup. Hello and welcome. I am Shola Shuyeli. It was the Kano State Governor, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, who recently suggested that the law mandating state governors to sign death warrants of condemned prisoners should be amended by the National Assembly and reassigned to the Chief Justice of Nigeria. He argues that since judges are the ones who make the sentences, the CJN should be empowered to sign death warrants. With a growing number of condemned prisoners languishing in different cells across the country, I spoke to a cross-section of lawyers to get their views on the issue.
I think the governors are just trying to shake their responsibility. And if you recall, how many governors have even signed the death sentences for people to be executed? And they just keep the persons there, Do you know that it is even more serious to keep a condemned person in prison? The person doesn't know when he will die. It's just like somebody, he knows he's going to die, but he doesn't know the day. It's more punishment. Some persons have even advocated that if you cannot kill them immediately, release them, because the trauma is too much. So the governors are shaking their responsibility because they are politicians. They feel that if they sign these death sentences, they will lose elections and all that. I recall it's only Adams Oshiomhole or so that did some last year or last 2 years. So but the governors, look at in Lagos, remember Reverend King. These are cases that governors should just sign. Once the Supreme Court has decided on their matter, let them go.
In many jurisdictions or many states, there are people who have been convicted by courts of law, but the governors have refused. But they now want to toss the blame or toss the baton to another direction. That is wrong. That is wrong. If they are not interested, if they believe that for whatever reasons, religious, current, modern reasons, that death penalty is obsolete, is outlived, then let there be a move for making it unconstitutional. But as long as it is, they cannot shield their responsibilities or escape their liabilities by pushing it on to the judges. The judges decide on the law, but they might still recommend. There are times when a judge, even in a criminal matter, he might see some reasons or some evidence and say that, well, I found this man guilty, but I recommend in my sentencing that the governor should have mercy on him or this or that. But it's not the duty of the judges. It's only to pronounce. It is the executive. They execute laws. So it's rather escapist, apart from being unconstitutional. So that is the position of the law until changed, in the sense that the constitution is amended, death penalty is no longer. In which case, there will be no need to toss it. What they are doing is trying to toss the responsibility to the judges, and that's not the position of the law.
I was in a court one day, and the first time a person was sentenced to death by hanging in my presence in court. It was not my case. The judgment was only read when I was in court. I know I shed tears hearing that pronouncement alone. Talk less of now signing it. And once you signed it, you have signed it. The life is going to be taken. So, and you know what the word of God says, the life that we cannot create. Why do we want to take it? So I will feel the same. I will feel reluctant. The same way the governors are feeling, I will feel the same thing. I will feel reluctant in appending my signature to death warrant. However, the law is the law.
Empowering the CJN of a state to do that may be a good choice. But if we're looking at it from who is supposed to do it, for now, the law says it's the governor of a state. So I don't see any reason why that responsibility should be shifted to the CJN. I think it should still remain the way it is with the governors. I don't see any reason why they're afraid of signing executions in the first place. Because in reality, if the power is shifted to the CJN, some people will also raise issues as to the propriety or otherwise. Like, a CJN may have an interest, you never can tell, in a particular person who has been executed by another person. And signing the death warrant hurriedly or delaying it may also spark controversy. So I think we should leave it with the governors. They should not be afraid of doing their jobs.